Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Guys,
I have lived.
he's the guy that's in the that German YouTuber's shorts about like an American. He's the American. Okay, all right, let's go. Subscribe. Preemptive like. After 7 years in Germany, this shocks me about the USA. I love videos like this. I love hearing people's experiences about sometimes it's healthcare or education. I think this is just a more broad discussion he's having here. So let's watch. My name's Connor if you're new. Original link to the video from NALF or NALF. I'm not sure which. Top of the description, okay? Let's go.
I have lived in a small German town called Schwäbisch Hall for the past 7 years. I am currently back at my home in the States, and I am getting bombarded with reverse culture shock.
I am very uncomfortable going in here.
Quite shocking to see.
This is where Americans come to get groceries. They put it all in one spot.
That's none of your business. Why would you ask me that?
We made it in.
I gotta say, he is like the perfect
Put it all in one spot.
That's none.
image, and I mean this in the best way. He is like your stereotypical American guy, I
Your business.
guess,
Why would you ask
to me.
that?
We made it in.
Biggest reverse culture shocks in the USA after living in Germany.
This one, it drives me crazy.
This is a pepper, also known as a paprika. How much do you think this costs?
79 cents.
How expensive grocery prices are.
I know France does like some sort of does a subsidized like healthier groceries, right? There's an aspect to a lot of European countries about looking out for your nation's citizens that America doesn't have. I don't know the exact reason. Maybe it's the size, the culture. I don't know. But damn,
79 cents.
$1.50.
That's bullcrap.
Isn't that crazy?
Especially healthier food.
Basically twice the price that it is in Germany.
Fruits and vegetables are way higher priced here, at least in Oregon compared to in
And
Germany.
it's not just fruits and vegetables. Other staples, such as meat, eggs, and cheese, are more expensive as well.
Yeah, everything is very expensive. I was looking it up. Actually, you can compare a lot of the prices. Check out some of these price differentials.
And I bet you the egg and meat prices are, I bet you the eggs and meat are actually higher quality in Europe. I would guess.
There's a cost of living calculator where I compared tons of different items between Germany and Portland, Oregon. Tomatoes,
Oh my
125.2%
God, he's
more
from Portland.
expensive. Apples, 130.2%. Oranges, 134.7% more expensive in Portland, Oregon than in
And
Germany.
you see why a lot of Americans are unhealthy, because it is so much cheaper to eat low quality or fast food here in the States. This is often why in the States poverty and obesity are related, just because it is so difficult.
Oh no, did they leave out Rhode Island? I was about to brag for a second. Dang it. Never mind, forget it. I was about to brag, see, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and Connecticut are at least more healthy than the surrounding places, but Rhode Island isn't counted there, so never mind.
Why in the States
Forget it.
poverty and obesity
Ignore
are
that.
related, just because it is so difficult for people to eat healthily at a reasonable price. And I'm noticing this when we go grocery shopping here.
Behind me, we have a marijuana dispensary, a store where you can just go in and buy weed. It looks like a regular store. It looks like a coffee shop. Nice on the outside, and these are everywhere.
If you are 21 or older in my state of Oregon and a handful of other states, marijuana is totally legal not just for medical purposes, but for recreational.
Same with, Massachusetts is where I go, but I'm not sure if it's perfectly legal in Rhode Island yet, but you can
As well.
go to Mass.
Germany, marijuana seems to be much more of a taboo subject, whereas in the States, it's much more open and much more accepted. And it's kind of crazy because this big boom, especially the recreational side of it, kind of happened while I was over in Germany. So to come from a culture where it's a little more hush-hush taboo to a culture in Oregon where it is mainstream, it's all over the place and totally legal,
I'm sure Oregon,
is quite shocking.
probably even more lax. California and Colorado, I think I remember being the two kind of pioneers of it. But I'm old enough. I'm 30 years old, all right? Born in 1993. And when I was growing up, you had to go to a dealer, right? You had to just call up someone and then get it. And I actually like lived through, you know, I can say like back in my day, you had to go to like some dealer and call them up. And now you just walk. It's like buying beer, right? It's like the same thing. It's just as easy. Yeah.
I mean, it's legal, right? It's totally legal. Okay.
This one's kind of wild to me. People almost treat politics here like a sport. People will have bumper
Like a
stickers of their
religion.
favorite or preferred political candidate, or they'll have signs of their name in their yard, or even flags of their favorite political candidates. This is something that you do not see in Germany. I feel
I'll go one step further. I think it's more like a religion. I used to call it kind of sports-like. I think it's even more. I think it's more like a religion over here.
like in bags of their favorite
Which is
political
very worrying
candidates.
because it's
This
only
is
getting worse.
something that you do not see in Germany. I feel like in Germany, people's political leanings are much more private for the most part, or at least are not displayed like a sports team flag. It's like so funny. You'll see, a bumper sticker with a political candidate and then an NFL team. It's just like, feels like it's a sport. Kind of wild to see. This one is quite interesting, and it is shared by many Americans that I know that went over to Europe and now come back in the States, and also with Laura, is
Healthcare.
that for the first few days of coming back to the States, you feel just a little bit sick.
When I started eating American food, I got really sick, my tummy hurt, and then I started to get all bloated and had depression. That was from something else. But nonetheless, the food made me sick. So that was my reverse culture shock. Oh, gotta take this. Yep, get over my.
It's kind of like this low-grade nausea. And it happens to me almost every single time I come back to the States after being in Germany for a prolonged period. And my theory is that my body, having lived in Germany for many months at a time, has gotten used to not having all of these American chemicals and preservatives and stuff in the food. And then when I come back to the States,
Oh God, this is so worrying. This is all definitely saturated.
to start eating
in
American
my-
food, my body is just shocked at the amount of chemicals and different things that we put in our food, and it has like a negative reaction to it.
Guys, I've got a bit of a problem. I'm back in the States right now, as you know, and I purchased NFL Game Pass International, but it does not work in the States. It's
VPN.
geo-blocked here.
Luckily, I've also got a solution. I just switched my IP address back to Germany, and then I could watch no problem. And that is thanks to the sponsor of today's video, CyberGhost.
Please, guys, I'm watching the videos here. If any of you are interested in this and you learned it here, please make sure to use all of his links and promo codes. The link to the original video, top of the description.
I do the same thing when I'm in Germany and I want to watch geo-blocked content from the States on platforms like HBO or Hulu.
CyberGhost has 9,000 servers in over 90 different countries, and its 38 million worldwide users have made it the #1 most recommended VPN on Trustpilot.
A couple pro tips here. The United Kingdom has a great Netflix library. Use CyberGhost to switch your IP address and check it out. Or if you live in Germany, you could actually watch Formula 1 again for free by switching your IP address to Austria and watching for free on the ORF channel.
It works on every major platform. You can also share it with friends and family because one account can be used on up to 7 different devices.
CyberGhost also helps protect your data by keeping you private and anonymous online, protecting you both from hackers and those pesky data brokers that want to get all your information and sell it.
They've also got a strict no logs policy, so CyberGhost doesn't even know what you're doing online. If you use the link in my description, you'll get a great deal, 83% off plus 4 months free. You'll end up paying just over €2 a month. Plus, there's a 45-day money-back guarantee. Awesome product that I highly recommend.
using
It also
euros.
helps support me in this YouTube channel if you sign up using the link in the description. So check out
important.
CyberGhost VPN. All right, back to the video. We are going to a high school football game.
So sad. You got the face paint? Having football, my football, American football, be the most popular sport. Obviously, in Germany, American football is a smaller sport, more of a niche sport. It is growing, but it is not popular.
American football is it is the sport in high school. You know, our soccer team, your guys' football, it's us soccer, was pretty popular as well. But yeah, the king is always football.
Like the way
In high
it
school.
is here in the
And
States.
in
We went
college.
to a high
And
school
what am I
football
saying?
game, and
Just
it
high
was so
school.
fun and cool to see just how football-centric American culture is. The whole community coming to this high school football game, little kids, the youth teams, all the way up to parents and grandparents, and seeing how football is just a very prominent and important part of American culture. I love that. It is so fun. High school sports are great. Football is great, and it is very positively shocking for me to be back back in that.
So picture this, is the first couple days that I'm back here in the States, I picked up Laura, we're about to head south on a little road trip. We stop at sort of this drive-through cafe, coffee shop place, and the cashier is so talkative and so friendly and asking, hey, so what are you guys up to today? And I actually froze for a second thinking, that's none of your business, why would you ask me that? Then I kind of realized again, okay, I'm back in the States, this is totally normal to have this small talk, friendly interaction with people. Always like when you're paying by card or something and it takes a couple seconds, there's that kind of little moment, that's when oftentimes people will be like, so what are you doing today? It's just your classic
Introvert's worst nightmare.
American friendliness, but this does not happen in Germany at all. And so I was really shocked when that happened to me during my first couple days back here in the States. Now I'm back used to it again. You guys know I love the pleasant American small talk. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But when you've been in Germany for a long time and you've gotten used to more German interactions or lack thereof, some cashier that you don't know asking you, what are you up to today? Or what are you up to this weekend? Felt a little invasive at first glance.
What you have here is a strip mall.
In America, brother.
Okay? And I know what you're thinking. Not that kind of strip.
Okay, dude.
Strip mall.
I love this guy. Where's this guy? Where's his channel? He's
know
great.
What you're thinking. Not that kind of strip. Strip mall is basically a mall where the stores open to the outside. There's a big parking lot here. There's so many strip malls in the United States. Basically, all of our stores and infrastructure is built around strip malls. This is a bunch of stores on the road.
Look at this guy. He's like, what are you doing over there?
Around strip malls. This is a bunch of stores on the road.
It's basically a big old parking lot because everything revolves around the car. Then you've got a bunch of stores lining the outside of the parking lot.
I always think about the German Fußgängerzone, or
This is so much better. It's not even funny. Why do we need to have to park right next to the goddamn store? I only became bitter like this since I started watching European videos. And I'm kind of upset at myself, but I'm not, because this is bullcrap. I need to park right up against the place. I can't walk more than 10 steps to the door. Look at this. It's so much better. I'm getting upset. Just go.
pedestrian areas, the shopping areas in Germany, and how much more pedestrian-oriented they are compared to the car-centric American strip mall.
Am I in frame?
So I mentioned strip malls. We
It's
have
fine.
one of those kind of close to our house. Maybe it's a kilometer away. And Laura and I have been very European. We've been walking down to the strip mall to the coffee shop. And during these walks, we kind of noticed basically how much of an afterthought pedestrians are. Like how long it takes for the light to turn green for the pedestrian.
You guys are getting to me on this one, okay? I had a harder American outer shell, and this is getting to me. This is one of the places where you guys are absolutely right, and it pains me to say that. But you guys are right. You guys are correct, and we're stupid here.
Pedestrian.
Why not have it, like, we don't have to get rid of car infrastructure as a whole, but why not just make the parking areas like a few hundred yards outside of the shopping area, and then you can walk in? Why don't we do that? It's so much better.
Compared to the cars.
Get a real sense of the car supremacy in the United States. The pedestrian is a second-class citizen compared to drivers of cars.
It's also
Like a year ago, I would have said, yeah. Now I'm like, go to hell. God.
interesting that there's
Not
certain
him,
places
obviously.
on the road where I feel like in Germany there would be crosswalks here, or the kind of like natural crossings for pedestrians, but at least in the area that I live, there are not crosswalks there, so we always have to jaywalk to get across the street.
We just crossed the street, but we had to wait a long time because there's no crosswalks and everything is
Yeah, but it's like
made for the
Frogger.
cars.
This one's
kinda
pretty sad,
fun.
and it's just the amount of homeless people and tents everywhere, especially driving around the city on.
Well, he's in the West Coast. I've never seen the Pacific Ocean. I'd love to, but I've been to Nevada. I've been to Arizona. That's as west as I've been. Haven't been to California, Oregon, or Washington.
A lot of different
Or
intersections.
Hawaii or Alaska,
there are always
obviously.
homeless people with signs asking for money there, or groups of people, or a lot of tents off on the side of the road, and kind of like these little tent communities.
This is going to
It's
vary kind of
very
depending
sad,
on
and
where
it's
you
pretty
are in the
shocking
country.
to see, especially after living in a small German town for so many years, where this just does not really exist. How incomprehensibly large the United States is. I really noticed this with driving down to Yosemite with Laura the other week, and we're just driving for hours and hours and hours and barely passing through another state. You know,
Look how big it is out there. Guys, like I understand that you guys probably look at the US as I look at the West. Cuz he just went through 2 states, including the one he was originally in, and he didn't, well, Portland is really close to the Washington border. Wait a second, I thought Portland was... But that's 2 states. Like, over here on the East Coast, with this amount of mileage, you'd go through, like, 10 states. So even to me, as an American, this is crazy.
hours and hours and hours and barely passing through another state. You know, it took like 7 hours to get through my state to the next state.
We are moving through southern Oregon now, soon gonna cross into the Nevada border.
If you drive like that in Europe, you're going to be driving through 3 different countries with 3 different cultures and 3 different languages. Of course, yeah, we've got pretty populated cities, but the space in between there is wild.
West Coast looks beautiful.
We drove
I
down
really
to
would like to
Yosemite. We
go.
went for an hour and a half without seeing another building or a gas station. It actually got kind of scary. We were worried that we were going to get stranded in the middle of nowhere. All right, guys, that's all for today.
Especially in the desert, like Nevada, Arizona, Southern California, where like this is even a lot of vegetation compared to a lot where it's just this forever with just sand, some shrubs and cacti, sorry. So
Kind of Yosemite, we went for an hour and a half without seeing another building or a gas station. It actually got kind of scary. We were worried that we were going to get stranded in the middle of nowhere. All right, guys, that's all for today. I want to give a shout out again to the sponsor of today's video, my friends at CyberGhost VPN, an awesome VPN at a great price. If you use the link in the description, you'll get a great deal. It also helps support me and this YouTube channel, so check it out. All right, guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it.
Great
Hope
channel.
you have a lovely day, and I will see you next time.
he seems really awesome. Really, seems like a really great guy. Yeah, I was surprised to see his face just because I'd seen there's this German guy who I'd seen some YouTube shorts of like stereotypical Americans, and he's like the American in those videos. And I'm assuming that's because he was in Germany for a while. Obviously, what am I saying? Really cool video, interesting. I do react to a good amount of the, comparison US to Europe or US to somewhere else. But I should do it even more because I really love, I find that like the more I'm talking, the more I probably forget it. I love these types of videos. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well. Would love if you liked and subscribed. It's completely free. Would love to obviously see you next video and keep learning. All right. Bye guys.